So, I'm making this video today because recently I discovered, actually just like 10 minutes ago, that an old acquaintance passed away 3 days ago in a plane crash. And I don't know if I've mentioned this, but my grandma actually passed away a few weeks ago. And the thing about the difference in these two passings was my grandma was 92 years old. It was expected. You know, she was a wonderful lady. She had a full life. She died with family around her, and she was ready to go. But this friend, he was 19 years old, and he died in a plane crash. And it was just kind of shocking, because if my friend, our mutual friend, had not posted the social media kind of tribute that he did, I would probably still not know about it. But at the same time, this was a kid that he used to go to my church. There was about like a few months, it was probably like a summer, that our families spent some time together. We were in a band together. We kind of had this joke. Him and I were playing ukulele and learning how to play ukulele at the same time, but we only had one ukulele, and so in the band we had this joke that we had joint custody on the ukulele and would, you know, share the ukulele. And yeah, we went over to their house and had s'mores and talked about High School Musical. And yeah, it was just a short summer acquaintance. But like, he was a cool guy. And the thing is that he was 19 years old, the same age as like my best guy friend, only a year younger than me. And I'm just realizing it's just not fair. He also, I didn't see him for a long time, you know. It was didn't see him for a long time, but I did see him at college when I was still going to college. I would see him walking the halls, and I recognized him. I'm like, oh, I kind of forgot you existed, you know. But I saw him walking the halls, and he always seemed so professional and kind of like he had his life together, that he was going places. You know how you can tell some people with how they dress and how they walk even, and like where they're going and their attitude. He really seemed like he had his life together, you know? And it was just kind of a shock to find out that he's no longer with us. And the thing about like my experience with death and my family is that I don't really know how to explain it, but basically death doesn't really bother us too much. You know, we kind of have this, you know, if somebody's not saved, that's when death is sad. Or if somebody's had a full life and they're saved and they're ready to go, then really it's just kind of like, yeah, we'll miss them, but we're seeing them again when we get to heaven. So it's not really been a huge a huge thing in my life that I get saddened a lot by people passing. Mostly it's just been my grandparents who've passed away. I have gone to other funerals, my great aunt, for example, but yeah, for the most part, my family kind of has a little bit of a different perspective on death, whereas that it's like, I don't really know how to explain it other than that. I tend to just have the idea of it's a time to celebrate someone's life. I think for me, the hardest deaths are when I hear about people who did not have a full, complete life. They had so much ahead of them, and I think it hits home for me with this guy, because he was my age. He was a year younger than me. I outlived him by a whole year, and he never got a chance to reach 20. He never got a chance to be 21 even. Just a kid like me. But he's gone, and I don't know, it makes me appreciate the life that I've been given. I guess I take it for granted far too much, and it also makes me appreciate those who are still here. I didn't think I would cry. Take time to appreciate those in your life, because it's so special to be given this life. I'm not trying to talk about this because I want people to be, scared or anything. This isn't a time to start dwelling on the negatives and what could happen. Instead, I would rather have this be a reminder to just focus on what we have right now and to appreciate it and be thankful and to love on those that we love, Don't be scared to tell people that you love them. Don't be scared to do things for people who are in your life or see people. Make the time, because, really, we don't know how much time we have. And that's not supposed to be ominous. It's just the facts of life. And even though this man, Brett was his name, even though this guy wasn't really in my life that much, it's still, still a reminder that you never know who's going to be exiting sooner rather than later. So appreciate everyone that you meet, because that just might be all that you get. And you have to appreciate that gift of time that was given to you with that experience with that person. This isn't really a very good proper tribute because I didn't know him very well, but yeah. Rest in peace, Brett, and can't wait to see you in heaven. But yeah, take time for those you love. Thanks for watching.